Hello, I'm Jordan and you're not, and this is my review on the Scream TV series premiere. Now, I pretty much grew up with the Scream movies. I finally got this on Blu-ray for my birthday. It's Scream 1, 2, and 3, and like some documentaries, and Scream 4. So, Scream was probably pretty much like the definitive horror slasher of the 90s. It was either that and I Know What You Did Last Summer. It was between those two. But Scream was probably better because it was a horror spoof within itself. Like they come out and say all these cliches about women running up the stairs when they should be going, out the door, and like if you have sex you die, and you can't say I'll be right back, or all these. They set up the rules of the horror genre. So the Scream TV series, it was actually pretty decent in my opinion. It was the kind of horror that I like. I love slashers. Of course, if you know me, I love that shit. Slashers are gangsta. Ever since I was 6 years old, I think it was Chucky who got me into the slasher series. I was like 6 years old. I was watching Child's Play 2 on TV, and since then, all this. Chucky this is how I became me. Okay, so of course the TV series is very different than the movie, and the town is Lakewood. It's not Woodsboro. The ghost face mask, it's very different than what you used to, this mask. It's similar to that. It has like the ghostly, like how he kind of does that, but it's plastic. It's like a white plastic ghost mask. And I think he wears, you can't really see that he's always in a hood, and it's not really a costume. It's like a dark black long jacket. And let's see, in this one he doesn't really call her. Well, yeah, he doesn't call you on the phone. He did once, and you kind of heard the ghost face, voice, but it was different than how in the movies. And this one he texts. Seems like that's what he should have done in Scream 4, because Scream 4 was basically, it was our generation of the 2011, 2012 generation of Scream. And so now we have Scream on MTV. But they had the Friday the 13th series, back in the 80s, and that had absolutely nothing at all whatsoever to do with Jason Voorhees. But I hear they're might be doing a new one soon. They had the Terminator series with Sarah Connor, and they're supposed to be having other TV series based on movies, which I think they should do a Halloween TV series, like that Halloween. They could have the whole series take place around Michael's childhood in Smith's Grove, and show how 24 is. 1 hour is each hour of the day, and one episode could be 2 or 3 hours of Michael out, and getting back to Haddonfield and showing Laura. Never mind, I'm getting off topic. All right, so Scream. The two characters that I really know their names is Audrey and Noah. Noah is basically the TV version of Randy, who was Jamie Kennedy's character in the Scream movies. So Noah is in this class talking about horror movies. They talk about George Romero and zombies and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween. Why wasn't I in this class when I was in high school? They needed to have a horror movie class, or just a film class in general. Why didn't they have that? Why couldn't I have been born later in life? Darn 90s. Okay, so yeah, they talk about horror, and then they say something about a horror movie can never work as a TV series. In that itself is kind of like how it's very Scream-ish, or Scream-esque, SQ, I guess. And then he explains how in horror movies, if it's you're at a party or a dance or whatever, and then the girl's friends are being killed off one by one, and then she survives, and then she's being driven away in an ambulance. And then he explains that in a horror movie, in a TV series, it's really fleshed out. have to stretch it out, take their time with it. We're supposed to get to know the characters and get to know their lives, and we're supposed to care for them whenever they are getting killed by Ghostface in the next few episodes. I think it's going to be about 10 episodes, I've read. I mean, don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. And then we have Audrey. I really liked Audrey. Audrey is, she's kind of a lesbian. But then she said she wasn't a lesbian. Then she might be like bisexual. And she was someone made a video of Audrey and this other girl with blonde hair like making out in a car. Then they uploaded it on like YouTube, and it got around all through Facebook. And she was like the laughing stock of high school just because she was making out with a girl. Big deal. Like, I mean, I don't know high school now. I mean, I'm old as crap now. But like, if there was like a video going around two girls making out, well, you know what? Never mind. It probably would have been a big deal for the guys, probably. But for the girls, they'd probably just shun them just because they're prettier than them, I guess. Yeah, I really liked Audrey's her character, her attitude, her just she's a pretty cool character to me. I thought so. I hope Audrey lives. I'm saying that right now. I hope MTV don't kill off Audrey. She's awesome. If Audrey dies, we riot. Then we have I guess the main girl. Her mom went through something back in like the 80s. There's this backstory that there's this guy named Brandon. Was it Brandon James? I think it was Brandon James. Oh, I hope that's her, Brandon James. He was like really disfigured. He wore like this mask. I guess it was supposed to be the ghost face mask in this one. And he was trying to get with her, and he was kind of disfigured, and I guess she rejected him or something. And the people started beating him up, and she thought that he was trying to attack her or something. That's kind of like Valentine, how the Valentine, movie at the very beginning when they think Jeremy Melton's raping the girl even though he wasn't. So because she was a lying girl from Webster County. So yeah, she changed her name. I think it was Daisy, and then like he's come back. I guess like 20 years later, he says that her daughter looks like her when she was her age. So we don't know if it's this Brandon James coming back after 20 years to get revenge, or we don't know if it's some guy, if it's a copycat. Now that's the kind of horror that I love, the kind of slasher movie that I love. That we don't know who the killer is, we don't know their motive yet until the very last like 10, 15 minutes of the movie. I love that. That's my favorite kind of horror. Other than, Halloween and just, masked killers, psychos and stuff. Okay, so overall, right now, I would give this episode a B+. And then I think the rest of the series, I hope it does well. I really think it'll do pretty good. It feels like it could be, this whole series could be Scream 5. They say they're never going to do a Scream 5, which, that sucks. But in a way, Scream 4 felt like it was kind of, they wrapped everything up, basically. I mean, well, Scream 3 felt like it was, for about 10 or 11 years, we thought Scream 3 was going to be the last one. Then in 2011, we got Scream 4, which was a good reunion, 10-year coming back reunion. Yeah. Alright, so if you love the Scream movies, if you, grew up watching them, if you love horror, you love slashers, you love Ghostface, you love, like whodunit, a mystery, just if you like seeing people getting killed, it's a TV series, it's on MTV, give it a try.